Stocky,
How's it going?
tell me a bit about yourself.
Me, it's been a long time, the whole go fast, do skids kind of buzz. I can't help myself. Must be in the blood. But so I drifted years ago, did a round at Manfield back in '04 in my home-built RB25 Det Cef that I'd modelled off D1 spec from the performance car. That in itself got me kicked out of my flat because I'd bored a hole through the rafter in the floor when I swung the motor in on my own at home. Didn't want to wait. But after a while, too many street skids, too much trouble, I got out of it, vowing to always return. And that time's come. So the goal was always to get back to D1. Coming for you, Cole. Grew up and went to school with Cole, our current DK here in New Zealand, and yeah, I believe the first skid car he ever went in, first drifter, was mine. So I feel it's only right that I go back there and we end up rubbing doors one day, but that's a wee way off yet. Meanwhile, it's just about having fun. The whole time it's about having fun. And I felt like doing something a little different.
Choice.
Bought a XR6 Turbo Falcon a few years back and thought, shit, if you woke that up a little bit, put it into a lighter, more responsive chassis, you'd have a really good car in your hands. And so, well, about 3 years after the birth of that idea, here I stand next to it.
Choice.
Yeah, so it's been a bit of a bumpy road. I'm sure there'll be quite a few of you that have seen me in desperation with maybe a leg out of bed. It's thrown a couple of rods in the early days because we are pushing, well, at that point it was in the mid-4s, but now 500 kilowatt out of it.
Yep.
So for those that don't know, it's a Barra. It's from the Ford XR6 Turbo. This block cost me $300.
So this is a non-turbo motor?
Non-turbo motor.
Yeah.
But all that's left is pretty much the head, the block, and the crank.
So what have you done to the motor?
So it's got Scat H-beam rods, J forged pistons, Atomic Performance Stage 4 duo phase cams in it. It's being run by Link Fury. So Chicken at EFI and Turbo down in Palmy. He was the mad scientist that I managed to coerce into helping me make this project work because there's not a lot around, not a lot of info. There's a lot of info in Australia about big power getting out of them, but I wanted response. I wanted it drivable, and we've managed to do it. And in the meanwhile, with the cams and like the triple plate clutch and a smaller balancer, we've got it revving to 7.3, which is a lot of revs for a big motor. And the way it delivers power, the way it sounds, the way it goes, I think I've only just started to prove the potential in the car. I'll catch up with time and hopefully make a mark on the scene and have some fun with the boys while we do it.
How do you think it handles with that extra weight in the front of it compared to a Safiro?
Compared to my old A31, it's a lot more lively because of the shorter wheelbase. But considering my daily as a 6 Turbo Falcon, F6 there, I'm used to the weight.
Yeah.
I expected it to be worse, to be honest. This car had a RB25 in it when I bought it. It had. I bought it as a roller, and there's very little really that's left that you can recognise anymore. But I can also say I've never driven SR powered S15. But judging by how it was going around the track at Chrome, it handles really well.
Yeah.
It's not too bad in the front, and we put it over the weighbridge in Stocky. Thanks to Carl at Tyre Doctor for letting me over that for free.
Oh, that's going to hurt Ethan. He's watching too.
Oh, Ethan's watching. Sorry, mate. You can see the sticker on the car. That's what counts. But
Shots fired.
At the time, it was Carl at Tyre Doctor who hooked me up onto the weighbridge, and we found it was about a 54% weight on the front. So at that point, I've totally stopped weight reduction in the arse end. If anything, I try and put heavy components in the rear to get some more traction. And that said, the balance is pretty good. Everyone, that's the first port of call everyone kind of has is, that heavy boat anchor in the front. It doesn't seem to affect the dynamics. It handles beautifully.
Yeah.
and it's only getting better thanks to, I guess, just refinement, time, and while this thing gets better as well.
So what turbo are you running on it?
That's a Master Power 6568.
Yeah.
About a third of the cost of the equivalent Garrett, and the way it's performing, yeah, that's money well spent. $1,300 for, you know, a giant snail. It's poking out just under 700 horse. I'm pretty happy. Venting off extra gas there. You've got a couple of 38mm twin tier wastegates. It's a genuine split, what do you call it? Twin scroll turbo. So the extractors are split all the way to the turbo. 1, 2, and 3 all feed one side. 4, 5, and 6 all feed the other, and a wastegate for each.
And who did your manifold?
Daryl. Chicken at Airfire and Turbo did the manifold. He did both.
Yeah.
From scratch. And even in there, nice trumpets in there. Yeah, really kind of nice. I think he said to me at one point it was affordable performance is the key, and that's definitely what he's delivered. At this scale, you can struggle to use the word affordable because I've put a fair bit of money into this, but it's worth it.
And injectors?
Injectors, they're standard decapped XR6 tube injectors, which are flowing 740cc, and we haven't even maxed out duty cycle yet.
What's the duty cycle running at?
About 80.
Yeah.
So that'll be the next one. Essentially, the engine's built for 1,000 horse, and Chicken's starting to add pressure about going to E85 because this is making 500 kilowatt on 98.
Yeah.
If we do injectors, put a bigger snail on there, and E85, we're speculating somewhere around 650, 700 kilowatt.
Yeah.
But at the moment, this is more than enough. So I think it'll be a wee while.
Yeah.
I'm going to fight it because it's more expensive. And E85, for those that know, can be quite a nightmare. It does a lot of damage to your hose wear and all sorts. You've got to flush it, whereas I quite like the fact I could literally go down to the BP and fill it with 98 and press on if I ever decide to go for a drive on the road. Not that I do.
I think the people want you to start it up, Stocky.
Do they?
This thing is loud.
Original, I haven't seen too many, but the wastegate's dumped out the top. I get nice foot-high flames, especially at night. You can see them really clearly, but you watch out on crack, you'll see them, especially when I'm bashing the limiter, which I have a tendency to do.
What's the limiter set at?
7.3.
7.3.
I got my shift load on at 6.5, but I really just ignore that. I wait for it to bang and then hook it here. Thanks to the dog box, it's got a G-Force GSR in it. Loving the dog box. Anyone out there who's thinking about it, it is well worth the money. And it feels good being able to ruthlessly bang gears. Just flip the throttle like a motorbike and you're through.
If you guys have any questions, just fire some away if you want to know anything about it.
Oh, yours is fine. Yeah,
it's good, it's good, it's good.
While it's warming up, does anyone have any questions?
Just while it's warming up, fire away a question.
So it's got the reason it is loud. How much do you love chicken? Finger looking good. I love chicken, nothing like a bit of greasy box.
How many tyres do you got? We've got a couple of tyres, there's a new set there, and then
it's part of my weekend allowance.
But this is for the weekend.
I think last battery was 34 tyres.
Yeah. Do you use a clutch with a G-force?
No.
Don't you?
Moving off, and if I'm driving slow for gentle downshifts, but other than that, nah, just off the throttle and bang it through.
Sam wants to know, what's your favourite food? What's the first one that comes to your head?
Pussy. I love my sister-in-law's chicken. It's better than KFC.
Oh, okay.
It's awesome.
How much did the motor cost to build?
So internal was about 8. For the internal side of build, plus the cams, they're probably 10 or 12.
And then bolt-ons on top of that?
Yeah, bolt-ons on top of that.
Yeah. How hard was it to put the motor into this?
So probably the hardest bit. I did that at home, and made Tony from Rotorua help with the mount, and as you can see, the clearance to the firewall is near non-existent.
Nearly no room there.
And I had to put the fans on the front of the radiator because there's fuck all room over
no room there.
They're not a lot longer or wider than the 2Js or RBs, but they are a lot taller. So when the bonnet's on it, it sits quite high. I've got a few holes carved out of it to allow certain bits to protrude. Built the gates, and that happens to fit right into the vents, but you can see there where she rubbed on the bonnet, it's tight.
Good stuff. As you can see, Stocky runs just a Windows tablet for a bit of a display, but then he's also still got the reliable old gauges when that may fail or run out of battery, etc. Would you ever want to build your daily like a drift car?
My drift car, funny that, me and my brother today, when we went to get the new power steer pump, we're talking just about that. Doing this engine swap into the F6. We'll see, maybe if I banana it this year, maybe if I win lotto.
Who do you look up to in the drift scene?
I have to respect Cole. Grew up with the dude, remember him in his FX GT Corolla and his Libero, and he's done really well, determination, and kept at it. And then when it comes to outright this raw talent, I must say Mad Mike is he's a nutty bastard, but so much respect for what he pulls off and what he's done for the scene, especially in New Zealand. And to see a factory back driver.
Are you running a dry sump? No.
No, AccuSump.
AccuSump. Basically acts as a big syringe. It's a step before dry sump.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about windage. That gives you about a 15 to 20 second buffer of oil pressure if you do have a pickup starvation.
Yeah.
So I haven't had any trouble with it yet when it comes to oil loss, oil pressure loss rather. So that's working today. But yeah, poor man's dry sump, and it worked really well.
Yeah. Coloured smoke, no. Ethan Bryant has still failed to give us the coloured smoke tyres. We're still awaiting that.
Yeah, come on, Ethan.
If anyone can give us some red tyres, that would be awesome.
Yeah, you're right. Red tyres would at least get a couple of laps.
How much easier to extract power from the Barra compared to a normal RV?
They make a lot of torque. So it makes them really easy, actually really easy to drive on track. I can maintain drift off boost.
Yeah.
That said, I've recently added anti-lag. The power-wise, you can get a lot out of a stock block. You can get about 400 kilowatts and a lot of torque out of them. But beyond that, you hit a ceiling that isn't just one or two things. You've got to totally go back to the start and build from the ground up. When there is cheap power there.
Yeah. When does full boost come on?
About $3.5 grand. At that point, it's making kind of 80% of its torque from 3 grand through to 6.5, 7. So massive window, still real torque shelf. But full boost, yeah, typically if I start from the bottom, it's coming on 28 to 3200.
The battery's going flat. Will you ever send it down the strip?
Yeah, I have. I mean, I do want to. I've got my mate Ty Lee, if you're watching, bro. He said he'll lend me his enthusiast to put it down the strip, and yeah, I want to. I want to be able to do a lot with this car. The primary build is the drift, but I want to do a Targa in it.
What do you reckon it'll do?
If I set it up properly, it'll do a 10, maybe even a single digit. It's got the power to do a single digit, but it's a matter of getting traction.
Yeah.
Got to wait for my winters.
How much boost?
So it peaks out at about 24 at the low end, and then it ramps it back to 17 up top. At the high boost, I don't know. I don't have enough time to look at the gauge because it's scary as hell. But that gets up. I think Gerald said the highest he took it was 34 pounds or something.
Yeah.
And he's happy to push it to 40.
Yeah. Okay, now one last question. Can you do a burnout?
I hope so.
Socks.
That's doing my best to go.
Oh! Oh, there's something wrong with it. No, there's something wrong with it. Sounds like there's a little bit of a boost issue there, mate. Torque it made 1200 Newton meters, but Stocky's just changed a intercooler piper joiner, so it's probably still loose. Landlord, Stocky is his landlord. Lord of the land. Battery's going flat, so don't know how long this video is going to last. He'll be back in a second. Yeah. Oh, gonna call it quits on this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you got to have a bit more of an insight into Stocky's XR6 powered S15. Looks like we've got a bit of work to do. Cheers.